From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2.
Down, 60 or topper, kill, check three, hit it.
Throwing on first down, Patterson, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
General West. Kill.
Back to throw. Patterson. And Cook has it, left side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Running with Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
8 read.
Right there, 54, right there.
You draw corpus.
He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up. Switch it, come on, switch it.
Let go.
On first and 10, Patterson. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Keep playing on.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, wahoo! Now.
Off play action. Patterson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
David Onyemata there on the tackle. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Here we go.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. On play action, Gabbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Throwing, Gabbert. It's a screen to Richard. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Kamara. And some room to run now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hey, Echo.
55 is my guy, 55. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
From the gun on third down, Patterson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
64, weak.
Off the play fake, Gabbert. And caught left side, Olsen. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You get block me. You get block me. Switch. Check.
2. Get it.
Now Gabbert. That's complete to Richard, the running back. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On the draw, Richard. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Topper! Hey, exit. 2.
On third down, Gabbert. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Gabbert. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Gabbert, rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But now it's third down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Gabbert. And this is going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On second down, Kamara. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
That's it. Big hit.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Looking to throw on second down. Patterson over the middle. It's Jared Cook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Patterson over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They come up first and 10 at the 16. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. To throw on second down. Patterson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. On the ground, Richard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. On second down and 4, Gabbard. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go, D, let's go. Let's get this. Protein spill. Ready?
On first down, Richard. He'll get the first down. Richard lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be, 38 yards out. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead in the intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Gabbert. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 15 yards on the play, first down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Richard. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
All day, every day, any day. Smooth.
Gabbert from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Go now. 10 Lobo.
Here we go, here we go.
5.
On the ground, Kamara. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. Shoot. SOS.
This is Richard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Past the 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one 28 yards on the ground. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Gabbert to throw it. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a throw left sideline here is complete.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 3rd down, Patterson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get done. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
We ain't giving them nothing to do.
Gabbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, Alpha.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 47.
Out of the gun, Gabbert. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw, Gabbert. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Here's a give to Richard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
Rush in. X3. 218. Chopper. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover. Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jalen Richard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Patterson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. They go play action here on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Richard. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Play action now. Gabbert. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first down, Richard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. Lucky.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Right back to him on first down. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Oh, throwing here, Gabbert. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd and 11 now. Gabbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Let's go. 60 out now. Protein spell. You must get it.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gabbert here wants to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Down. 30 base. Pilot, 64, weak.
Gabbert now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Delta.
To throw is Gabbert. And Olsen over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line.
Here we go. And 2 stop.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Buccaneers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they will fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.